Start. All right. This is episode 78, and it is just you and me, Kit.
Alrighty.
So,
Do want to say thank you for for letting me do this solo play.
yeah, I mean, in the rules that I laid out 3 years ago,
Jeez.
it did mention that there's only a limit of up to 4 people because, I don't want to have more than that, but I'm always willing to do less than that. It's just dangerous.
Right.
It's just to think you're the only one who's ever taken that up. Take me up on that.
Oh, Scott did do his solo mission.
Oh, he did, yeah. His was a diplomatic mission, which made sense.
Yeah.
You and Scott are the only ones.
I'm just finishing getting my spells together.
Yes, so you have downtime to do.
I am leveling up.
Okay, good. While you're doing that, would you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh yes, of course.
And is there anything else you want to do in your week of prep?
1 second here. Wisdom saving throw. That is going to be an 11.
All right.
I do not have inspiration. I do not have any hero points, so an 11 it stays.
All right. I believe that is a failure. Yes, that is a failure. But nothing bad happens to you.
I believe I know what it is.
I hope you do.
You don't have to tell me, but I believe I'm being scribed.
I will not tell you, but that is a good assumption.
All right.
So you are leveling up. You are studying and researching all your spell stuff. Oh no, that means you got new spells.
A few.
Okay. And is there anything else you want to be doing?
No, I'm just preparing, getting ready, because Crake knows that when he's done, when he's rested up, he is going to go to this other necromancer. That's his entire plan. So he knows what's coming.
Okay.
I am now level 18. I've officially entered the highest tier of gameplay.
Yeah.
This is, fun fact, the highest character I've ever leveled.
Makes sense. Fun fact, this campaign is the highest I have ever gone in any edition of running games.
Fun fact, same here.
The longest lasting game besides this one, we only ever got to 15th level.
Wow.
Cool. So, unless you've got something else to do, sounds like you're just heading off. How are you getting there? You know where it is now, so you know where to go.
I am going to teleport.
Okay.
I know where the tower is that I'm going to, so I am going to teleport outside of the tower.
Okay. I'm gonna go get my mouse. Hold on one moment. All right. So you teleport outside of the tower. Into a encampment of gnolls, correct?
I don't know.
Okay. So
It's a-
yes, here is where you are. You teleport to the outer gates of the tower. Um, it is this large structure made out of bone. It's possible that it's entirely made out of bone. More likely that it's got an outside of bone and is actually kept together by something stronger,
Mhm.
like wood or stone. But it definitely has bone inlaid in on every surface. Standing in front of you are two giant skeletons and a nasty looking gnoll. Um, and as they ready themselves to attack you, the door behind them opens. And out comes a tall, thin skeleton who goes, "Wait, this man is invited."
I'll just nod my head gracefully, and while I nod my head gracefully, I'm going to quickly double check one of the rules.
Okay.
Ba-ba-bap.
While you do that, I will.
School of Necromancy.
Yes. About it.
Okay. Okay. So, yep, I'm just going to keep this in mind.
Okay. So, do you follow him in?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay. Yes. This skeleton beckons you in. He's a well-dressed skeleton with a cane and a suit and top hat. And he brings you in past the two giants and the knoll. You can see around, the tower. There are small huts and tents scattered about with gnolls doing various jobs. Some are bringing back food. Some are building. A couple are licking clean a pile of bones and preparing them to be put on the tower.
Do I recognize them as intelligent, like human, elf, dwarf bones, or are they animal bones?
Make a medicine check.
I'm actually not all that familiar. Oh, I'm decent with medicine. I guess I'm very decent with medicine.
The majority of these bones are not humanoid, they are animals.
Humanoid, that's the word I'm looking for. Okay.
But some of them look like they might be, like, there's definitely like a person skull in the mix. Like, they definitely killed people, but most of these bones are animals.
All right.
So, yes, the butler brings you into this large banquet hall where another giant skeleton waits and brings you to the staircase where he beckons you wait and says, "At the moment, the master of this tower is in a meeting, but we can offer you. Well, I guess we can't offer you refreshments."
You don't have any refreshments for your guests?
None that would fit your palate.
What manner of guests do you normally receive?
Well, sometimes the gnolls are allowed into the feasting hall, especially after a well done raid or if they've killed a giant. But beyond They're leftovers. We don't have a lot for you.
I see.
Your stomach is not as strong.
Well
So,
then, I suppose that there are different rules of hospitality in this region of Duel.
yes, we don't usually get living guests. Well,
Ah,
non-null living guests. Well, non. We don't get humanoid guests.
well, I suppose I've trod the line between life and death myself many a time, so I suppose I can understand.
Oh, well, kindred
Speaking of,
spirits.
you wouldn't happen to have entertained any guests of the skeletal variety? Black, bone, blue lightning, quite distinctive.
Hmm, none that I can recall. We do host many skeletal guests, though. We have one upstairs right now.
Indeed, you do.
And eventually, after a long, awkward silence, uh, a large man, armored in bone, comes down the stairs. The butler says, "I hope your meeting went well." And he responds, "Unfortunately, it was unfruitful, though not unpleasant. My apologies then. Uh, Crake,
Does this
may I
gentleman look
introduce
familiar?
you to this man?" And he introduces you to. Oh, what was his name? Sir. Fuck, what was it? Sir Pelvis Restley. Sir Pelvis Restley, this is the wizard Crake.
I nod my head. Does he look familiar?
He does not.
Interesting.
But he does, nod and ask you. You wouldn't happen to know the whereabouts of the fugitive Earhart, would you?
Out of game. Did we kill her? I
No,
can't remember if we killed her or saved her.
she's alive.
Ah, I'm afraid she is all but dead to the world.
Shame. My lords would have appreciated her head. But that explains why we can no longer find her.
I drum my fingers on my thigh for a second and go, ah, yes, the Lords of Bone, I believe they were called? Something
Skull
along those
Lords.
lines.
No, we are the Skull Lords of Orlea.
Skull Lords, that's right. I'm dreadfully sorry. All of your names become quite cliched and simplistic over the years.
Understandable for a mortal.
Don't discount me just yet, because I believe your lords and I will have to have a discussion one of these days.
Then I look forward to seeing you again. And he
Farewell.
walks out and continues on.
Can I just say one of my favorite tropes is like the polite evil slash thinly veiled threats.
Yeah, it's very fun.
It's so much fun to play. Anyway, So, I say, turning to the butler, is your master free now, or am I still content to wait?
I believe that he will be available to meet with you. Um, just,
Excellent. I've been meaning to have a meeting with him for some time and have never quite gotten around to it just as of yet.
well, no time like the present.
Indeed. So, shall we go?
Yes, and he leads you up the stairs, which I am clearing the area of fog.
No problem. I completely understand
Yeah.
that in some of my previous games. Oh, there it is.
Yes, on the opposite end of the map. And yes, he leads you up the stairs, calls to this emaciated, paper white man in dark red robes, who is sitting by a fire at the other end of the hall. My lord, the wizard Crake. You look around. I will point out that where's the pointer? This, and this are all doors.
Okay.
To other rooms, and around you are an array of ghosts.
I see.
Who seem to be, the courtiers of this place. Well, Crake.
Necromancer. Do you have a name, or am I going to have to be content with calling you Necromancer?
You can call me Lord of Bones, Bone Lord. My parents used to call me Randy. Randall is fine, I suppose.
Randall.
Randall. Good. I am Randall, the Necromancer.
Indeed.
You have been poking your nose in places it doesn't belong.
Interesting you say that, because as far as I'm concerned, you've been, shall we say, slowly encroaching upon my territory for a while yet.
I have been slowly encroaching on that territory for longer than you have been alive.
Indeed, and yet you don't seem to have made much progress, notwithstanding this quaint village you have around here and this, rather, no offense, gaudy tower.
None taken. It is part of the aesthetic.
Indeed. So, I see you have quite some impressive guests. Well, impressive is one word for them, Lords of Bone. I've been meaning to get in touch with them.
Planar travel is impressive.
Well, only the first couple times you do it. After a while, it becomes boring.
Within the realm, yes.
Oh, and outside of it as well. But that is neither here nor there.
So why have you come?
Partially to check out your, shall we call it, operation. Partially to see what knowledge you have.
And what do you offer?
What do I offer?
If I am to give knowledge, what am I to expect in return?
Oh, I see the misunderstanding here. No, I'm not here to come as a courtier. I'm not here to come as a partner or as an equal. I'm here to take knowledge, not to trade or barter.
I see.
I'm gonna reach into my uh, bag of many things, pull out a single glove, and toss it onto the ground before me.
Uh, you hear a faint and ghostly gasp around, and the Randall says, "Very well. And what terms do you propose?"
I would say Wizard Duel, the standard set of rules, as I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. Given your advanced age, they might have changed over the years.
As my
And,
understanding is, we shall start naked of magic and items. Yes?
correct.
Anything else?
No, as you say, magic or armor buffing before the duel. One spell, no reactionaries. Counterspell is a particular favorite of mine, but it does get tedious counterspelling counterspells and counterspells, and it's fun to liven things up. But in terms of stakes, I shall say everything of mine for everything of yours.
Now that is a big wager. What is the duel to? First blood? Death? Bodily destruction?
Death and bodily destruction have always been particular favorites of mine.
Yes, well, I imagine bodily destruction would make more sense, as death is beyond me.
I'm sure it is. Sure it is.
So, what is it that you have? Your tower, your vassals?
My tower, of course, all the information and literature held within. My vassals, unfortunately, are not bound to me specifically. They are free agents and, as such, have leave to come and go. I hope you would respect that at least.
Very well. Your tower, then? And the area around it?
As much as is mine, yes. You may have to deal with the local Zarnemsons, but well, I'm sure if you were to overcome them, you'd find much room for, shall we say, expansion.
I'm sure I would.
They did manage to recently add that floating city. That might be an improvement over the architecture around here.
It could be, yes. Having a mobile fortress would be more beneficial. Though I am working on that.
Shame we did not manage to take the uh, Mind Flayer ship, but oh well. Anyways,
More hassle than they're worth, I assure you.
I'm sure, but it would add a certain je ne sais quoi to the place. Regardless, that is here neither here nor there. So, do you accept my terms?
I see no reason not to. I will add that while you will gain my tower and vassals, as they are not free agents, some of them will not accept this. The more violent gnolls are. They listen to me, they're not going to listen to you, and not every undead here is intelligent. As a necromancer yourself, you can probably deal with that on your own. Additionally, you should know, bodily destruction will not end me.
I suppose I should let you know, it neither will it end me.
Good. Then we'll have to discuss terms upon defeat.
Indeed, we shall.
Seeing as neither of us will die at the end of this, what do you propose? Exile? From the realm, I mean.
From the realm? I suppose that shall be sufficient enough for me.
Very well. We will cease to interlope in each other's
Affairs?
affairs, yes. At least
Well,
in this realm.
of course, at least.
Should the victor decide to go elsewhere, fair game. Good. These terms are acceptable. Let us strip. And the butler goes over to him. He does not take the robes, but he does give him his magic items and dispels all stuff, assuming that you do as well.
Yes, I open my bag. I will put in, of course, my chronometer. I will put in my Pearl of Power, Ring of Water Walking, Universal Translator, all of that jazz. Ring of Spell Storing.
All right.
Shall we have our duel in here, or shall we go outside to a more...
Here is fine.
Alrighty then.
The walls are protected. I've been at this a long time. I know what I'm doing.
I'm sure you have.
And yeah, the butler goes into the other room briefly to put away the stuff and comes back.
I will just take my bag and set it on a chair.
Okay, yeah. There are a couple of cushions by the windows.
Yeah.
In this area. So, it is time to do the wizard duel.
Right.
So, first, we check to see if either of you give up. I assume no.
No.
All right. Then we select initiatives, going quickly or normally, so snap casting or normal casting. And I will write down what I'm going to do, and you can write down what you're going to do. We can press enter at the same time. Let's see. Where is it? Yes. Oh, sorry. Have you written it down?
Yes, I have.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, shit.
That's fine. So, you are going first.
Correct.
Both duelists declare which spell they are casting this round. I know which one I'm casting.
I know which one I'm casting. Are we writing it down?
I wrote mine down, but you don't have... yeah, write yours down. Alright. Ready? No. Let me know when you're ready. Oh, right. Music.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright. 1, 2, 3.
No, wait. Sorry, that's the wrong one.
That's the wrong one.
It was Feeble Mind. Not. I was looking at Finger of Death, but I'm casting Feeble.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think Finger of Death might not work against undead.
Yes.
Cool.
Actually, no. It doesn't matter.
Oh, really?
It's just necrotic damage. But
Okay. So unlikely to do a lot, but still works.
right.
Alright, so resolve spells. Any spell that is snapcast, you make a DC 15 plus the spell level. What level spell is that? 7?
8.
8. Alright, so 15 plus 8. Why am I
23.
blanking? 23. Alright, so DC 23 spellcasting check.
I believe
So
that's
intelligence.
Just check.
Oh, would it make sense? You cast it.
Yes.
Alright, so put Feeble Mind in chat so I can know what I have to do. Probably intelligence save.
Intelligence save. Yes.
Alright.
First of all, it's 46 psychic damage.
Okay, 46 psychic damage. Good.
That is 12 damage. That's not nearly as much as I would have liked. Spell save 19 intelligence.
19.
I'm sure he's going to make it, but I can hope.
Probably. And now I'm wondering, because this is a legendary creature, he won't be taking legendary actions. But I'm wondering if he should have his legendary resistances just to make it that much harder. I'm thinking no, because we're not using legendary actions. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
So, 18.
He fails.
What? Oh, shit! Is he just dumb forever now?
He cannot cast spells, activate magic items. He can make the save again after 30 days.
Well, shit. Can't cast spells.
Holy shit.
Well.
I had one chance to pull this off, and that was it.
Yeah.
Because I have 97 hit points, so I just would have died immediately.
I know.
Whew. And I was lying about having a way back from death. My clone isn't going to be ready for another 35 days.
I forgot about that.
Whew.
Well, he becomes.
His intelligence and charisma is reduced to 1 for 30 days. Or he can make a check after this. He understands language. He cannot understand language, cannot communicate in any intelligible way, can identify friends, follow, and protect them.
Okay. Shit. I guess you win.
Well, I'll cast a couple spells to kill him.
Yeah, he can't cast his spell. And it is till bodily destruction.
So I will cast Disintegrate.
Okay.
64 points of force damage. I'm guessing he's not dead yet.
64 points? No, he's not dead.
I'll use a bunch of Scorching Rays.
Okay. Yeah, he's not immune to fire. You eventually kill him. Yeah. He Obi-Wans into a red robe, which the butler comes up, picks up, and looks at you and says, "Well, I suppose that you're master of the house." It was anticlimactic, I must say.
Oh, shit. Ooh. Did you know that was the biggest bluff I almost ever pulled off?
I didn't. I do now, though.
I was not prepared for this fight at all. Good Lord Almighty. Are you going to be one of the ones that respects his wishes, or are you going to be one of the ones that refuse?
Oh, I am intelligent.
Yes, I'm
The
sure you are.
the giants below are not.
Ah,
And there are various servants around who are also not so intelligent. The
well,
ghosts here are probably going to stay around, but they don't do much. They're just here. It's kind of an aesthetic thing, you know?
I'm sure they are. Would you mind calling one of the big skeletons up real quick for me?
It won't fit.
Ah, very well. I'm going to gather all my gear. I shall explore the castle later. First, I must secure my new home.
Yes, of course.
I'm going to go back downstairs.
Okay.
Beep. And I'm going to look at the skeleton. Excuse me, sir.
The skeleton looks at you and starts walking towards you. It is mindless and it is going to attack.
Oh, excellent. I am going to command undead.
All right.
Please make a charisma saving throw, DC 19.
Charisma DC 19. Fail.
It is now friendly to me and obeys my commands until I use this feature again.
Excellent.
Very well. Would you mind going outside and fight the other giant skeleton?
It does so. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say it destroys one with like a sneak attack, and destroys the other, but is badly damaged. So it's a half health.
Okay.
The knoll, you don't see this, but it backs away, confused and angry, before it tries to get back inside.
Okay. You can come in. I didn't tell the giant not to
Yeah.
let him inside, so.
It looks at you.
What is the meaning of this?
Yes. Well, first of all, greetings. My name is Grayson Crake, wizard, and I am now currently the new owner of this tower. Your former master and I made a deal, and upon destroying his body, I have taken over.
The butler will come with you to say, like, affirm that you are telling the truth and not just.
Oh, yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah.
Make shit up. Now, I must ask. First of all, what is your name?
It barks at you, giving you its name, but it's not particularly pronounceable.
Very well. I'm gonna look at the butler. Did Randall fun being? Did Randall address this being by its name?
No. I always dealt with the gnolls. Well, most of the time. He isn't one of the leaders? Well, he's a lieutenant.
Ah, very well. Would you please have him kindly gather all of the leaders of the gnolls and bring them here? I believe we need to have an important meeting about the future of the local area.
Yeah. Hobson, who is the butler, tells that to the gnoll, and the gnoll is going to make an intelligence check. If he gets above a 10, he's going to do it. If not, he will disobey.
I am bound to Randall the Bone Lord, not this creature.
First
And
of
you
all,
will,
that's insulting. Second of all,
storm out. Hobson will listen to whatever you're saying.
they're going to cause problems, aren't they?
Most likely.
Damn. How did Randall keep the local Knoll tribes in line? First of all, how many Knoll tribes are there?
3-ish. They come in and out.
How many Knolls, give or take?
Maybe a couple hundred.
What was the nature of Randall's and the Knolls' relationship?
He ordered them around and gave them food. Kind of like wild dogs that one might keep around. You know, he tells them what to do. Sometimes they listen. Most of the time, when they don't listen, they die. But they bring him bones, and he gives them meat. I assume you don't want the bones that they bring.
What was he doing with the bones?
Well, he was going to make the castle mobile.
Was he going to turn into a giant necrotic construct?
I think so.
Bloody necromancers.
And he his socketless eyes do the looks off to the camera and then looks back. It's like, aren't you a necromancer? He doesn't say that.
He does the office look to the camera.
He does the office look to the camera.
So, just to be clear, I'm lord of this tower and the surrounding area.
Yes.
How much of the surrounding area belong to Randall?
Well, depends on who you ask. If you ask Randall, all of it. If you ask the Knolls, none of it. But he controls the tower, gives them food.
Did Randall have any other off buildings, anything else besides this tower?
No. As a mage yourself, you would know that you generally keep all of your things in one basket, right?
Yes. All right. Very well, then. Well, if that is that... are there any other undead who are going to be a problem to me now that I've taken care of those two?
Well, there are the various undead that go back and forth distributing his coins for the bodies, but I'm not sure if they're coming back anymore. Without Randall, they are mindless, and they'll probably just wander around wherever they last were and kill whatever they find and keep killing. So, a problem to you? No. A problem to the surrounding area and the... Yes.
How many roughly undead are there out there?
Oh, far too many to count. 1,000? 10,000? I don't know. An army.
Oh, bloody hell, now I'm going to have to start putting out bounties on those things.
Very likely. If you want them cleaned up.
Oh, yes, my compatriots would not appreciate if I didn't help them clean them up. Very well. Are there anyone in the local area that is going to be a problem to me?
Well, with only one giant, possibly the gnolls might get restless if you don't feed them.
This is out of character. Do gnolls only eat meat?
Gnolls are carnivores. They are based on hyenas, which I believe are just carnivores.
I believe so.
Though I do know that they can eat rotten meat without trouble.
I have two plans that I can do. Excuse me, Hobson, would it be possible to set up a meeting with the leaders of the tribes now that the gentleman over there decided to leave?
Yes, the deserter. It may be that he has spread the news that the Lord is dead and that they should revolt. Some of them may, some of them may not. We'll find out shortly. I can go and summon them if you wish.
Please. Also, could I see a quick world map to see where we are in relation
Yeah.
to them? Right here?
I'm actually not on the map, but yes, right here.
That's close enough within our bailiwick that they would probably... Also, what's this?
That's the castle.
The
floating
flying
castle, yeah.
Yeah. All right, all right, all right, all right.
Oops.
So yeah, I would like to have a meeting with the local tribal leaders.
Okay. And I will get some of those tribes, tribal leaders, up to you.
Whew. While somewhat anticlimactic, that was actually quite stressful.
I can imagine, like, yeah, you went up against a very deadly opponent on your own.
Yes.
So yeah, Hobson goes and collects Oz, Whack, and Ott. Oh, those
Oz,
names are.
Whack.
Let's change Oz to something else. Rix. So yeah, the three tribal leaders, Rix, Whack, and Ott.
Greetings. I'm going to cast while he's gone, I'm going to ritual cast comprehend languages on myself.
Okay, that makes sense. Oops. Well, might as well just give them to you. So these are the three tribes: the Salt Fist, the Snot Spear, and the Dread Eye. Oh, I said Dead Eye. Dead Eye.
Mm-hmm.
And these are their tribal leaders, Rix, Whack, and Ott. And you have the floor and can speak to them.
Greetings. First, I must ask, do you all understand Common? If not, I might have another language which you might be able to understand.
Ott? uh, raises his fist and is like,
I speak the tongue of man. Work does not.
Excellent. Would you mind acting as a translator to the others? I want to make sure we're all on the same page here, so to speak.
Fine.
Excellent. So, the matter of things is this. I have destroyed the former resident of this tower, Randall, the Bone Lord, the Necromancer, whatever you wish to call him, and have taken his place as the ruler of this tower. Now, I understand that you and he had several agreements previously. Mostly the fact that he claimed all of the land around here as his, and that you could either follow him or be killed. And in exchange for bringing him bodies, he would give you meat.
and Aunt translates this to the others. And you understand he is translating it relatively accurately.
All right.
Some words mean slightly different things because it's Knoll as opposed to common.
Right. He's, yeah.
But yeah,
He's not grossly misinterpreting.
Yeah, he gets the meaning across, if not the exact words.
Right. Now, here is the thing. I have no desire to fight with you. I have no desire to kill you. I have no desire to wreak destruction upon your people. I do, however, wish to live in peace. And I'm sure can understand the desire to live in peace as well. So here's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I formally relinquish the former masters of this tower's claim upon the land. Your territorial land, your ancestral land is yours. I do not wish it. I do not wish to have it. That is not part of the negotiations. That is simply me returning what was rightfully yours back to you.
And yeah, Aunt speaks this back to them, but says to you, like, they be like, then to each other, they're like, then what does he want? Why is he here? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And Aunt says,
Then why? You speak to us. Why?
Like I said, I do not wish conflict. I do not wish for your people to come in conflict with mine. You see, I live in Zarnemsa, the city to the north. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Excellent. And we wish to ensure that this land is kept safe. And friendly negotiations between the local Knoll tribes and us would be much desired. Now, of course, I do not want to take charge of your tribes. I would, however, appreciate cooperation. Do you think we could come to some kind of accord? Trade, perhaps? If you help us, we will help you.
What do you want and what do you give?
Well, we have access to what is known as a train. Now, it's a relatively new invention. Do you know what a train is?
No.
It is Imagine a series of carriages of wagons, all linked together and able to transport materials at high speed across long distances.
The metal carriage.
Exactly. We can bring materials, supplies, food from much further away, and if we were to build a train down here, we could supply you with all manner of food, building materials, trade. In exchange, we might ask for your help every now and again in with some fighting. There are no small amount of enemies, not only to us, but to every inhabitant of Molduna, and your tribe's assistance in fighting could be much appreciated. Because everyone knows that gnolls are fearsome warriors.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Persuasion, performance?
Oh, right. Diplomacy's not a thing anymore. Persuasion.
No. Persuasion. Okay. Be good. Please be good. Please be good. Yes.
So, you bring carriage and let us take.
Not take. Trade.
You give. And then we give.
Yes, in a manner of speaking.
And not kill.
Yes. I don't kill you. You don't kill me. You don't kill the people coming here to build the rail line and to trade.
And give.
Tell me, do you have any kind of farms?
Goats.
Oats, okay. You primarily eat meat, if I am to understand this.
Yes.
Have you considered growing animals specifically for the purpose of killing them and eating their meat?
Some gnolls go and make goats.
Yes, we could trade for goats, sheep, cow, any kind of beast that you might like to eat. You wouldn't have to go out and hunt. You wouldn't have to spend all of your time hunting down beasts that could kill you. Could spend your time instead doing other things.
So you teach us how to make goat and cow and sheep.
Exactly.
And like the three of them kind of converse. And they're like, "That's such a weird idea. Why would we make it when we can take it?" But it's like, "Oh, nobody's gonna give us so that we don't take it."
I'm playing
they-
a game of Civilization right now.
Yeah. And they kind of come to an agreement like, yeah, I guess if he tells us how to grow, make the goats, we can eat the goats and we don't have to attack. But what if we want to attack? Well, we can do this other thing. We can get that later. And so, yeah, they all come to an agreement and say, yeah, we will agree to not attack Zarnemsa or the people that come here from the train in exchange for being taught how to do animal husbandry, essentially.
Alrighty then. Ooh, excellent. And then in that case, I actually have. Can't believe this is actually going to be useful. And in order to seal our agreement, I actually have a peace offering for you. And I reach into my bag of holding, I pull out a rather large suitcase, and I open it up to reveal a bunch of corpses. Please take these this meat as a gesture of peace to seal our new agreement.
They happily take the suitcase of meat and bring it to share with their people.
I can't believe that a one-off joke
Yeah.
actually proved useful.
Me neither. Cool. So you have made an alliance with the Knolls. You have taken the tower. You have defeated your enemy, and now Hobson will escort you through the place, allowing you to discover its many secrets.
Yes, please.
Cool. So, Elvis Presley will leave for real, and then we will turn off Fog of War.
This is amazing. I'm so happy we're doing this.
Yeah, I am very surprised that this worked.
I am surprised too. This has worked out much better than I thought it would.
Cool. So yeah,
Is this permanent spell circle? Wait, I've seen this spell circle before.
have you? You have.
Is this the same? Can you put this on the map again? The big map?
Yep.
What does it mean? Okay, I need to draw. Okay. Okay. I can't see a pattern. I thought there was a pattern, but I can't see a pattern.
Okay.
I'm sure there has to be, though, but Lutile also has a teleportation circle like this by his castle, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. That's what all these triangles are. I think.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Well,
I'm not in charge.
Okay, I'm going to keep that in mind. We can go back to.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to ask him. What do you know what this teleportation, this circle does?
Yes. This is a breach in the realm. Is used to go to other worlds.
So it's a planar rift. It's a planar teleportation circle.
Yes, in a manner. Yes.
Well, bollocks. All right, moving on.
Yes. So yeah, he takes you throughout the castle. The first floor is relatively sparse. It's got some supplies, both mundane and magical, for rituals and various things. Upstairs there's a lounge, and this is like a well, upstairs, these stairs, I don't have the map for it, but there's, his personal quarters. And this is like the ante room to the personal quarters. And then there's the laboratory with a even larger skeleton than the giant skeletons. That seems to have like parts of metal as well. Like it's like armored on it. It looks like he was building a mech made out of bones.
For himself, the pilot?
Yes.
Have you seen Thor Ragnarok?
Yes.
I kind of feel like Hela going, no, no, cheesy, season bone mech. That's not bad.
Yeah, so he was making a bone mech in addition to making the castle into its own large construct made of bone.
All right.
Um,
Can I tell generally how close he was to making this castle of bone actually able to move?
um, pretty far. Like,
Okay.
the castle of bone essentially was going to be its own undead creature, which would require many more skeletons.
First of all, I would like to say I'm glad I managed to do this now instead of in the future when Zarnemsa has a bone tower marching on it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this could have been an endgame boss.
Yes. This guy could have been an endgame boss.
Still might be.
Very early. Oh yeah, he will eventually come back. He's just not allowed to be on this plane.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured. And he's probably not happy about. Wait.
Also at the like early in the beginning, when Randy was just like a twinkle in my eye, I had planned. I had like sown seeds of like there was a wizard born in Zarnemsa and like survived out in the wilderness for a couple years and learned a bunch of things. There were seeds of that. There was a journal that no one could read. That actually I wrote up parts of it and put in secret messages in white text.
Oh, that's cool.
So that like people wouldn't see it unless they highlighted something. They'd be like, "Wait a minute, what? There's more."
I like that.
But I eventually dropped the idea when we started going down the Four Seasons route instead because people were more interested in that. But this was going to be that wizard. I just never made like the connection between young wizard surviving in the wilderness to necromancer, and I was like, it was an idea I had, but I had never finished the idea. But I did want to keep Randy the necromancer.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he also has a stash of magic stuff. One of which being the laboratory of the Archmagus, which is in Strongholds and Followers, which is a laboratory containing everything magic users can need. Ink, paper, flasks, pipettes, tinctures, rare ingredients worth up to 10,000 gold. All that can be packed into 2 large trunks. When installed in a tower, the laboratory allows the owner to adjust the results of their spell research up or down by 1. So, in Strongholds and Followers, you can modify spells.
Yep.
So this allows you greater control of that.
What page is that on?
That is on page... I didn't write that down, but I wrote down a different one. It's after page 257. So it's very close to the back of the book. I think it's on like the second or third to last page.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. So yeah, you get this laboratory, which you can move into your own tower, or you can do it. You can keep it here if you want. It just requires that you come here to use it.
Right. The teleportation circle downstairs. Can that work as an actual teleportation circle?
No,
Huh? No.
no. It is explicitly just for leaving the realm.
Leaving the realm, not the plane.
No, not the plane, the realm.
So I can go to like the mind realm.
No, that's the plane. So the realm is Molduna, Mindscape, Ethereal Plane, Land of Dead. That's the realm, those 4 planes.
Okay, right. That's what I meant. Yes, okay.
So you can
So
leave the
I
realm and go to the other ones: Bellethesia, Forlea, Mortusia, and beyond.
Right. So I cannot go to the Mindscape. I cannot go to the
Well,
Brooklyn. Well,
one of the magic items that you acquire with your new tower is a. You would recognize this from your studies. It is a cubic gate. It is a 6-sided cube with 6 different sigils on it, which I assume you know the identify spell, and I will just tell you what they are.
I
Do you not
actually do
have
not-
identify?
I do not have it.
Well, then I will just tell you what the sigils are. There is an eye. There is a tree that looks very much like the tree in Zarnemsa. There is a rounded square. There's a skull with 2 other skulls overlapping it on either side.
I'm guessing that one's the dead man's.
You can guess. There's a set of stairs, and there is a blank. And you're familiar with magic, so I'll tell you
Right.
how to activate it, which is you press one of the things, and it opens a gate. Or does it open plane shift? Oh no, it creates a portal to the plane that it is attached to. So one of them is Molduna, the one you're in, and you can use it 3 times. It has 3 charges, and you regain 1d3 each long rest.
Alright, I am going to put the plane shift cube.
Basically, yeah. Plane shift cube.
Huh, that's weird. I can't seem to open my character sheet.
That is strange.
Off tops. I'm going to reload Roll20.
Okay.
Okay, so I have the magic laboratory.
Yes, you have a magic laboratory, a cubic gate. There is a black sword that looks very magical.
Okay.
There is a scroll that seems to be, or that is written in gold script on black paper with skulls on either side. It's a very large scroll. It's not just like a normal scroll that you would cast one spell out of. This is like a magic item that is a scroll.
Interesting. Okay, 1 second. Cubic gate.
Yes. You also find. I'll just. Well.
Do I not have identify?
I'm very surprised that you don't have identify.
I am too. I thought I had identified, but I guess I don't.
That seems like such an oversight.
It does. What? I could have. Detect magic. Can I have Hoplon? Hoplon?
What was his
Hobson.
name? Hobson.
Can I have Hobson identify any of it?
He can't cast the identify spell, but he can tell you the names of things.
That will work just as well.
Okay. Don't look these up.
I won't.
Okay. So the scroll is the Codex Mortis.
I mean,
yeah, you know where that is.
I'm pretty sure Crake himself would know about that.
Actually, probably, yeah.
Roll an Arcana check.
Yeah. Sorry, I was in the middle of writing what you got, and then I accidentally pressed enter or Control
25.
Enter instead of Shift Enter. 25. Yeah, you're aware of the Codex Mortis. You're not exactly sure what it does, but you do know that tuning to it takes a long time. Basically, you won't be able to take downtime actions for a month while you're reading it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It's probably just, 4 missions. But
yeah,
that can be a very useful time spent doing other stuff.
Yeah, I can. Especially because I'm going to be leveling up soon. Or I will, and I won't be leveling up soon.
You
but
might.
I
You
might
just killed a 20 plus challenge rated creature on your own.
10 diamonds worth 1,000 GP.
Yeah, so usable for resurrection. Or able to be sold.
Right.
Additionally, you have 1,000 gold, 5,000 platinum, the Codex Mortis.
Wait, 500 platinum?
500 platinum. What did I say?
5,000, and I'm like,
There's the sword, cubic gate. Lab. And then there are 4 scrolls and a potion. So there's the Sword of Cast, Cubic Gate, the Lab of the Archmagus, a Scroll of Dominate Monster, Scroll of Reality Break, Scroll of Maze, Scroll of Death Ward, and a Potion of Superior Healing. And you would know that the Sword of Cast is an artifact as well.
Is it a long sword? Great sword?
I believe it is a long sword. Yes, it is a long sword. It is specifically make another Arcana check or a history check.
I think I will go.
Probably Arcana is better.
They're actually the same.
Oh, okay. I will just tell you a bunch of stuff. The Sword of Cast was used by the Lieutenant of Vecna, God of Death, who cut out his eye and hand, or cut off his hand. It is excellent against undead. However, it also has a mind of its own. quite literally, it is an intelligent sword. Um, but it can cast some extra spells. It does need to be bathed in blood after every battle. But that's whatever. Um, and it is notoriously difficult to get rid of. It also wants to finish what its owner started, which is
Killing
destroy
Vecna.
Vecna. And like I said, very good at killing undead.
Alrighty then. Well.
Yeah.
Whew. Well. I like I accidentally took a big leap into a pool much too deep for me.
Yes. Like I said, fully planned to kill you round one.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if I didn't snapshot, if I didn't snapcast, if I didn't choose Feeble Mind, I'd be
If you didn't snapcast, you could still get the spell off because you were doing the 7th or 8th level spell and he was doing a 9th level spell.
right.
So you would have gone first regardless.
If
But
I
you didn't know
cast
that.
Feeble.
But if you didn't cast Feeble Mind and he didn't fail, because he barely failed?
Yeah, he failed by 1.
Yeah. He had a plus 12.
Oh.
He rolled a 6.
I would be rolling a new character right about now.
Yeah, you had a 70% chance of instant death.
Shit.
Well, you took a risk, and it worked out.
Yeah.
And now you have 2 artifacts and a gate and a magic lab. And a new follower.
Yes, I'm guessing Hobson is going to be my new follower.
Yes, Hobson is now your new follower. If you wish, he can come back to Zarnemsa with you, or he can manage affairs here.
You see, here's the thing. I have the teleportation circle spell.
Yes.
It takes, I'm looking at it here, if I cast a spell every day for a year in the same location, it makes a permanent spell. Wait a minute. Footfalls has a retainer, a friend, a compatriot who makes permanent teleportation circles, correct?
Yes. You could talk to Aaron, and she could potentially add this tower to the network.
I would rather have this tower added to my tower.
Okay. She could do that, but that might be more expensive.
I have plenty of money.
Yep. Cool. And yeah, I don't know if do you want Hobson to stay here? Would that make sense? Because I think having him act as like the ambassador type of retainer would make sense.
Yeah, I think that'd probably be for the best.
Like he is the ambassador to Knowles, essentially, even though he's not a Knoll.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, alrighty then.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do?
his spell book. Does he have a spell book?
Yes. He has a spell library. So basically, any spell you want, you can, if you can pay for it and take the time to transcribe it, it's yours. That's a wizard spell.
Amazing.
Yeah, like he's a centuries old necromancer, lich, like
I
he's
am
got
going
every
to
spell.
I'm gonna look at my newly amassed hoard, this fantastic library, sigh, reluctantly go over to one of the earliest spell books, pull it out, flip it open to the identify spell page.
Okay.
It's first level.
Okay. I don't remember the rules for copying spells, but I'm sure you know them.
It takes 2 hours and 50 gold per spell level.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, yeah. You can take the 2 hours to get the identify spell and then identify the Sword of Cass, the Codex Mortis, and the Cubic Gate. So yeah, the Codex Mortis is in Strongholds and Followers. You have the book; you can just read it.
Mm-hmm.
A Sword of Cass is a +3 longsword that crits on a 19 and 20 and deals 2d10 extra damage to undead. It will attempt to. Well, it must be bathed in blood within 1 minute after being drawn. And if it isn't, it will dominate monster against the user.
Holy shit. Okay. That's important.
Oh, I can copy paste if you want. It is a sort of defense, so you can use its bonus as either armor class or attack bonus. I'm not sure if you are going to be using this sword because you're not a melee person, I think.
I do not even have
Proficiency in longswords.
proficiency.
Yeah. While on someone's person, they have plus D10 to their initiative and can cast Call Lightning, Divine Word, and Finger of Death once per long rest. Also gets a +1 AC, immune to blindness, deafness, petrified, and stunned. But undead attack you on sight, and you are deaf if not within 10 feet of the sword. It is also a sentient magic item which will occasionally try and take over your body. And it wishes to kill Vecna. And then the Cubic Gate. It's a 3-inch cube that can go to 6 different planes of existence, which is slightly modified due to our world instead of the normal wheel. You can either plane shift or create a portal, and it has 3 charges. It goes to the Mindscape of Muldoona, Muldoona proper, Mortuja for Leia, the Infinite Staircase, and the Astral Sea, which is also the All Else.
Oh, okay.
So it could just open into non-existence.
Great. Okay. Mortuja, that's the Deadlands, right?
No. So
No.
Mortuja is another realm in the Bilka cluster. So there's Mortuja, Molduna, Forlea, and Bellathesia.
Okay.
No one is,
Good to
no one that you know of has been to Mortuja or Forlea. Although, actually, that's not true. Amelia Earhart
know.
was from
Was in
Forlea.
Forlea.
Well, she lived in Forlea for X amount of time and then crash landed in Molduna.
3 skulls, 3 bone lords.
Skull Lords.
Lords. My bad. Boy, okay. You know, I'm like, oh wow, this is some real end game stuff right here. Or like high level stuff. I'm 18th level. I gotta keep that in mind. Like this is fully within like.
Yeah, like you guys could go fight the Skull Lords now, theoretically. I don't know what that would accomplish, but you could do it.
And I want to look up the Codex Mortis.
Yeah, the Codex Mortis, which has a bunch of stuff that it can do, including, oh shit, I remember something that it can do. It comes with a summonable person, isn't it? Yeah. So you gain life drain. Whenever you deal melee damage, the target makes 13 DC Constitution saving throw to reduce its maximum thing. Reduction lasts, blah blah blah. If it dies, it becomes a zombie under your control. Attuned sunlight sensitivity, yes.
Yeah.
Undead Fortitude. If you are ever brought to 0, you make a Constitution save to not die. You can summon a legion of undead, which you can command for 3 days or 6 battles.
I can sacrifice hit dice and summon Lady Sorgan.
Yes, Lady Zorgon. And you automatically control any undead less than 9 hit dice you meet or summon automatically. Up to 50 hit dice.
Okay. Well, that's going to have to be a priority for me next.
Yeah. Oh shit! I gotta make Lady Zorgon stats then. Well, not for a month, but you know.
Yeah, no, you don't have to make those for a while, and I doubt I will be summoning her anytime soon, even then.
Yeah.
That's kind of a double-edged sword. Speaking of swords,
Yes.
I would like to hold the Sword of Cass.
All right.
And communicate the Sword of Cass.
You grab the Sword of Cass by the hilt. You're not
I
attuned.
do not draw it.
And you're not attuned to it?
I am not attuned to it.
Okay. But you do hear a whisper in your, like, the back of your mind. Hello. Who is it that I am speaking to?
You are speaking to Grayson Crake, wizard.
A wizard? It
Wizard.
has been a long time since I've spoken to a wizard.
Have you recently spoken to a wizard named uh forgive me, I do realize you are an immensely powerful magical object, and I hate to have to say this. Randall?
Randall? We didn't speak, no. He never held me.
Amazing. He had such a powerful magical artifact in his possession, and he never once held it.
You know why, don't you?
Oh, yes. You wish to destroy Vecna? And if I'm not careful around you, you're going to try and corrupt me as well.
Corrupt is a negative word.
Dominate.
Influence.
Influence. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure I will be eventually influenced to seek out and try and kill Vecna myself.
Yes. I would like that very much.
I'm sure you would. And to
Now,
be quite honest with
I
you,
imagine that you killed Randall?
I destroyed his body and exiled him to a different plane.
Fair enough. Which plane?
To be quite honest, I wasn't exactly paying that much attention. I was more busy not dying.
Well.
One second. I put the sword down. Hobson?
Yes.
Did Randall ever say which plane he would go to?
He didn't, but I imagine he'll go to Forlea.
Shit.
Yes.
That's a problem for another time. I pick up the sword back and... hello, I'm back, yes.
And?
It's a problem for another time. I will burn that bridge when I get to it.
Very well.
So, I do have a slight qualifying question.
Ask away.
If I draw you, and if you demand that you must be bathed in blood.
Yes.
Bathed in blood, how much blood are we talking about here? Are we talking about just merely running someone through, slashing them, wounding them? Or are we talking full vat of blood that you wish to be dipped in?
Now, before I answer your question, I would like to point out, this is not a thing that I desire. It is a thing that is required.
I see.
But yes, I do require to be coated in the blood of someone every time I am drawn, within 1 minute.
So even if I don't kill them, getting them sufficiently wounded would be enough.
Impaled all the way through.
Good to know.
Like a skewer. Of course,
now,
undead, assuming they have blood, do count.
also the fact that while I am bound to you, undead are drawn to attack me, and an unfortunate thing is that I am a necromancer. I know you're not particularly fond of necromancers, especially Vecna.
There is a reason I am not fond of necromancers, yes.
Do you have a grudge against all necromancers or just Vecna specifically?
In my experience, they are one and the same.
Interesting.
But that
Interesting.
doesn't mean that, that it is universal. I will admit, I have not met every necromancer. But every necromancer I
Well,
have met is worth killing.
I hope to prove the exception. Because I personally am not the biggest fan of Vecna either.
Do tell.
You see, I am. It may seem a bit of a contradiction, but I like to believe myself to be a moral necromancer. I stumbled into necromancy, so it may be. It was a series of rather traumatic experiences that did not go the way I intended them to do, and I have paid dearly for it.
Well,
And I seem to have killed most other necromancers that I have come across.
it would seem so. This is different. In my experience, necromancers don't do it by accident.
Now, I do have one question for you. You wish to bring ruin to Vecna.
Yes.
What? And I am a necromancer, and I know one of the best ways to bring ruin to a creature is to bring ruin to to a wizard, especially a tense one like Vecna. And knowledge is power. Do
Yes.
you know where Vecna's library is? And we can destroy it together.
I like you. Vecna's library.
Before you answer that, out of character,
Yeah.
do you want me to roll deception?
Are you deceiving?
Yes, I am. I do not want to destroy Vecna's library. I want Vecna's library.
Roll deception then.
Oh, my deception is not as high as I hoped it would be.
Let's see, he's got a 13 wisdom. So I'm going to roll against you with a +1. You have said all the right things. This sword, Cass, well, I guess the sword of Cass. It's not Cass himself. The sword of Cass. Does know where Vecna's library is. But it's not nearby.
I figured it wouldn't be.
But that doesn't mean it's unattainable. If you and I travel through the planes, the realms, we can make it. It is a long trek. But
I have
there are a
some...
few ways to get there.
I do have some business on this current plane to take care of first, but after that, well, you and I can see about making a trip.
I look forward to it.
Now, for now, unfortunately for both you and I am, shall we say, the more scholarly type, and I am not actually capable of wielding you to your full extent. But So for now, I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave you to your own devices, but let me just say I'll be in touch.
I've waited this long. I can wait a little
And I'm going to put the sword back up on the wall
longer. Okay.
and leave a little plot thread hanging there for later.
Mm-hmm.
I figure that will probably might be like if we depending on how the story goes, if we like take care of um uh the deep one, and there's maybe if I want to experiment with a new character, Crake might go on a journey.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I'm just writing down that little bit. As anticlimactic as that fight was, this after part has been very interesting.
Oh, I am extremely excited.
Cool.
Crake is wheeling and dealing.
Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, that's it for now.
All right, let's go over what happened and do experience. So you met Mr. Pelvis Restley, who is
Correct.
a pun on Elvis Presley.
Yes, I figured.
Good. You dueled with Randall
Yes.
and won in the first round.
Yes.
Yes, with the feeble mind spell.
Which, by the way, that is the first time Feeble Mind has ever worked.
Mm-hmm. Well, you keep doing it against people with high intelligence saves.
I know, and I
'Cause-
realized it would be a long shot on Randall.
I
I
mean,
didn't
yeah,
realize how much. of a long
70% chance of failure.
shot. Yeah.
Uh, um, yeah, you created an alliance with the Knolls,
Yep.
teaching them that they don't have to raid, but might become farmers.
Which
Cattle
I will
ranchers, really, but you know.
ranchers, yeah.
Um,
Which was not my primary goal, but I cannot shake the image of a rancher
oh my
Knoll
god,
out of my.
Knoll cowboys sounds like such a fun thing.
And I figure we might eventually have some more big battles to have, some big,
Mm-hmm.
army battles, and a Knoll unit probably wouldn't be
Yeah,
wouldn't be a bad thing.
Knoll unit would be a good idea. Yeah, you created an alliance with the Knolls. What else?
I made an alliance with the Sword of Cass.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you have opened negotiations with the Sword of Cass, and piqued their interest in destroying Vecna's library and helping you get there.
Yes. And lied to the Sword of Cass.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
See the Sword of Cass. I think that's about all.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, that's four very big things.
Yeah.
You also acquired some very useful magic items, but that's not experience worthy.
Right.
So let's give the experience. Where's Randy? Also, this is never going to come up again, or probably never going to come up again, because Randy is exiled and Brunska is dead. But they were a couple at one point, and that was a thing that I came up with a long while
Brunska.
ago. The
Who's
witch.
Brunska?
Brunska the witch that resurrected.
I've never actually met her.
Oh shit! You've never met her. She
never met her.
resurrected footfalls. She stole Blythe's smile. I think
I've heard a lot about her, but I've never
You-
actually met her.
did actually in the Deadlands. You didn't fight against her. You didn't talk to her, but she was there with the Queen of Bones.
Oh,
When you were acquiring the soul of your sister. But because you had never interacted with her before, you didn't know who she was. But Blythe, who was also there, did know who she was. Yeah, since that's never going to come up again, I figured I might as well put that out into the air. They were a couple, and they were planning to take over the world eventually. But they had also broken up. They were exes.
Most necromancers usually do end up trying to take over the world.
Yeah. So, that's 33, not 3,300. Okay. So you probably level up again.
Holy shit, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, you killed a challenge rating 21 creature on your own.
I will just say this is actually more than doubling my current experience.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
What?
I currently have 287,000 experience.
What level are you now?
18.
What are you about to be?
I don't know.
Are you about to be the highest level character?
I think I might be. Oh my god, wait. No, wait. I think I just hit level 20.
Fuck.
Do you want to adjust that? Because if you want to adjust that, we can. Just to level 19?
Yeah, how about we bring you up to level 19 and just, like, keep it at that?
Yeah.
Because
Because
you beat him, but not in normal fight.
yeah.
But I will give you the full gold amount of wait, did I? Oh no. I put in an extra 0. My bad.
Okay. I was going to say.
Wait, no, 33400. That is
okay. That makes more sense because I was going to say 334. That's almost enough to get a level 1 character to 20.
Well, if a level 1 character beat a 21 challenge rating character, I think they deserve to be a level 20 character.
You know what though? That is enough to get me to level 19.
Perfect. And you also get 16,700 gold. In addition to the 1,000 gold and 500 PP.
Yeah, I think this actually does. I am going to do the. You know what? No, I'm gonna roll. Fuck. I'm gonna do the smart thing, and I'm like, I've already gotten so much done today. I guess there it is. There's my.
Do you have a bonus to Constitution? Because if you don't, that's just too funny. Because you're at 97. And let me check.
Let me. I think I'm going to take a feat for my next class. Since I get it at level 19. I don't know what feat, but I'm going to take a feat.
Okay.
Oh, I also get new spells. Okay.
Yeah, you get 2 new spells, and you also get Identify.
Yes.
It's so funny that you didn't have that until level 18.
I know, it's almost, it's actually quite embarrassing in a way.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh. Oh, good. You do have a +1 to Constitution.
okay, thank God, because a level 19 wizard below 100 hit points, that's funny.
I mean, yeah, that's like, yeah, power word kill still would have worked.
Yeah,
But no,
I'm gonna,
you've got
I'm gonna
100.
choose my 2 new spells because there's some new spells that came out in some of the books that aren't
Oh,
covered
nice.
here. For some reason, it won't let me apply any of the changes. Oh, because I don't think I chose any of the spells.
Oh.
Then I'm just going to. It's not going to let me do it unless I choose these spells. I'm just going to choose 2 random spells, delete them, and then add new ones.
Okay, that's fine.
'20 is being awfully slow right now.
Yeah, it's been slow for me all of a sudden, too. Cool. That was fun.
That was fun. I had a lot of fun during that.